overall thoughts on a handful of case reports that have been published so far. What further information in the future do we need to better understand for the risk and the treatment going forth?
I think we need, prospective studies, prospective observational studies where, we look at patients who have COVID-19 and, we enroll them in a study, we do studies and include them and just follow them to try to better understand this risk. I think our study is a very small study. All the other studies have been also very small studies, and they definitely don't answer questions. While they are important, they advance the field, they shed some light on the problem, but they don't answer this question. That's why I think we need prospective studies where we look at patients with COVID-19 who have confirmed infection, and we try to approach them and enroll them in a study and follow them over time to try to better understand if COVID-19 really is associated with stroke risk. And obviously we need control patients who don't have the infection to be able to see, is there an increased risk of stroke with COVID-19? So I think, and again, I think this would also shed light on how should we treat stroke and other thrombotic complications that happen in the setting of COVID-19. And, some institutions have, started using anticoagulant treatment to try to prevent thrombotic complications in patients with COVID-19 infection. And while, there may be suggestion that this may be helpful, I don't think we do not have a good quality evidence to support this,
Is there anything else that people should know about with this study?
Well, I think, stroke and other neurological complications and manifestations have been reported in patients with COVID-19. So I think it is important, to do neurological assessments on these patients when they're hospitalized, to be able to, capture any findings on the neurological exam that would trigger, doing brain scans in order to, diagnose and treat stroke and other neurological problems that happen in these patients. So, I think we should definitely, not, ignore the neurological problems, although they're not very common. But I think, they're definitely, are associated with a bad outcome. People don't do very well if they have neurological manifestations in COVID-19. Our study and others have showed this. So it is important to try to capture these neurological problems that happen in this setting and diagnose them and treat them. And hopefully this will help improve the long-term outcome of our COVID patients.